Oh my goodness, it's a dream come true to be able to get on the court. You know, it was a whirlwind from the beginning, so you're just trying to catch your breath, and now that I can settle in and get a routine with my team, I'm just the happiest person on the planet right now.
What's kind of it been like just the past few months getting settled in here at Arizona State?
You got to figure out first the procedures of everything. I think the HR and onboarding is a beast in itself, but then when you have to get a staff, get a schedule together, obviously get a roster, like once those things fell in place, I'm fully confident we can now play a whole season, so check that box. Now it's just getting them in the gym and getting used to the brand.
How is this different from other stops, other first days, things like that?
Well, my other first day was during COVID, so none of this was happening. So this is really exciting, just the accessibility and the relationship building, getting to know people. People around here love Arizona State, and I love this place, and there's a lot of great coaches, so I've met not only peers, but some good friends.
What's it kind of been like, the difference recruiting to a place like this at a Power 4 level as opposed to Purple 5?
Yeah, well, the access to recruits has been pretty incredible. I'm talking to the top 25 kids in the country right now, from the 26 class, and we were just able a few days ago to finally start talking to the 27. So that's been great to be able to talk to the best in the country and gauge their interest in Arizona State and start developing those relationships from a recruiting perspective.
What's your pitch?
Well, it's Paradise. So I'm hashtagging Pipeline to Paradise, and I'm a relationship coach. So I told them I don't have to sell them on Arizona State in a day or two. Like, I just want to develop the relationship. I want them to see my vision, how they fit in the vision. It's a great school. It's a great community. It's 75 and sunny is the average yearly temperature, so that's not a bad quality of life when you're going to school and playing basketball. But the relationship and the culture piece for me has always been number one. So just them seeing that and me describing that and them seeing that for themselves has been really important.
How did you come up with taking charge?
Well, I love defense, so the charge was kind of a play on words there, but we're Team 50. This is the 50th celebration of women's basketball at Arizona State, so we got to take charge and ownership in that. We have to take charge in developing and shaping the culture for years to come. We have to take charge in who we want to represent as a brand, as a unit. So that take charge is kind of that overall arching theme of how we want to attack this year.
What's it been like getting them ready for it?
Oh, they're awesome. They are 100% bought in. I told them, I'm like, you can't just have this honeymoon stage for 1 week. We're going to have to sustain this. It's easy to have the juice week one, but can you build this? Can you sustain it? Can you build habits where you love defense, you're bought into it? And this group has been phenomenal. They've been awesome to coach, but they're just like hanging on every word, and their eyes are this big, and so that's all I want from a coach. It's just that buy-in, that effort, that energy, that positive body language. They've really shown me that these first few days.
The importance of building a staff that's specifically stepping in and bringing her expertise to the history she has. What does she sort of bring to this program?
You know, it's funny. You know, she was coasting at Louisville. You know, they were a well-oiled machine. So she told me no twice, but I guess that makes me an okay recruiter. I was pretty persistent, and I said I pulled on her heartstrings. You know, here's my vision. Here's what I want. You could come full circle with this thing. You're an alumni. You can help me get it back to national prominence. And so now she's here, and we're working together to make everyone proud. The alumni, the teammates that she had, the coaches that have been here in the past. We're really excited, and she's been a great addition.
Molly, what's it kind of like when you first got in the gym and saw all the elite eights and historic success of this program and kind of motivated you to bring it back there?
Honestly, the first time I walked in here by myself, I just like took that moment in, because I knew it was about to get frantic and wrapped up. And I work at a frantic pace, but I was just, you know, this is what it's all about for me. And I want to win. I want to, to the best of my ability, I want to do everything and pour everything into this program so we can put more banners up.
Well, I guess in the transfer portal era, everyone's re-recruiting a new roster every year. Did that make it more doable to do this in a short time?
Yeah, I think so. We had about 13 visits in 3 weeks, and 9 of those said yes. So I think we got a pretty good track record when we're becoming a school of choice. And we picked the right kids also to match the culture. I've said this, I don't want to build this thing on sand. I want to build it on solid rock. And you have to do that year one with the right kids. So to be able to get a bunch of the kids that I think will enhance the brand, enhance the culture, be everything that I want them to be initially right off the bat, I think that's just going to propel us into years to come. I guess I had no idea of expectations in terms of like, the things, the processes that are in place, or I think when I took the job, I knew I just wanted to win and win here. And so building that right now, like that's what motivates me. Like everything else is a cherry on top when you're talking about, P4 and the biggest stage. And but I just want to win. I just want to win, and I want to do it the right way with the right people. And so that's how I think we started. I think that was just like a competitive edge that they could see. They were playing some really, really good basketball players. They had USA across their jersey, so that felt different. There was some pride in that. But just that competitive edge of, I'm playing against the best, this is what it takes, and that was good for them to experience. How many times have I said I'm competitive during this? A lot. But also I'm accessible. I just want everyone to feel pride and ownership, and like they love their women's basketball program, and we're going to represent Arizona State to the best of our abilities. They're going to watch a fun brand of basketball. My biggest compliment is when my peers say, how do you get your kids to play so hard? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's what we do every single day. That's our default setting. That's our mode of playing hard. And so come out and see what it is. Like, they're really good kids. They're going to be excellent basketball players, but they're going to represent some relentless energy and hard work out on the court that I think will stand out to a lot of fans.
Molly, you mentioned not starting from ground zero, and how important was that to bring your associate head coach over from GCU and instilling that culture and identity that you once had there?
Yeah, well, it's nice because we can finish each other's sentences right now, and he has an idea of the terminology. I'm telling you, it takes a whole year to learn Molly Miller terminology. It's a little wacky, it's a little off the wall, but I think as a teaching tool, it's helpful to have those people that know your brand, your style, your terminology in your corner from day one.
And what are you looking forward to in the first season here? Of course, no disrespect to the WAC, but coming over to the Big 12, what's that experience going to be like for you and the players that you have transferred over from bigger conferences?
Yeah. It was great. At GCU, our first round was against Baylor, okay? And they've been at the top of the conference for a long time. So the fact that we were competing against them and I saw what it looks like to be there, I thought that was just a good opportunity for me, and it worked out that we did play Baylor, and they're going to be an opponent this year, but an opponent that has had success, so I see that, and I see what it takes to get there.
Molly, Bobby was just talking in there about how it's been fun to see your relentless energy out there share the building. It's kind of been your side of it, getting to share the building with Bobby.
Oh, Bobby's just been phenomenal in terms of accessibility. When we talk, he's just so open, and he's a real team player. I love that about him. So he's like, anything you need, let me know. Anything you need, let me know. I'm like, Bobby, maybe give me like one more month and I'll probably be knocking down your door. But his staff has been great too. I mean, we're teammates in this. And I think we both have that competitive spirit. We're wired the same, that we want to win and we want to see success for this school.
When you're building chemistry with people that are from all different areas of the country and different places and whatnot, even the players that are returning here are new to you, what's the sort of central things to building that chemistry?
You got to spend time with these kids, and you've got to allow them to spend time with each other. So something that I was pretty adamant about was after our workouts, we're going to have team meals where we're all around the table, off the court, not talking basketball, learning what favorite music, favorite movies, siblings, where you came from, your journey. Like, that's really important because to me this is a family, and I want to have their backs. I want them to have each other's backs. And right now, that summer is that great time to build the team chemistry off the court. We're really trying to emphasize that right now.
You lose the two leading scorers from the team last season, but you also brought in transfers that fit your culture. Who has stood out to you for the first 3 days so far?
Oh my goodness, it's been great to see the competitiveness. I'm like, these kids have the juice, they're wired like me, but when you bring someone like Gabby Elliott in, she was a double-digit scorer in her conference. Last year Poa, she's a national champion. Talk about competitive nature. Marley's been a really good addition for us. It was even fun to see our freshman Amaya out here for Mater Day. I'm like, Maya, you don't look like a freshman. She's like, I'm so nervous. I'm like, you're doing so good. And even the returners, getting them and having them come and shift their mentality a little bit. That's hard for them, right? They have a different coach. But I think they've embraced that, and I've really been proud of them.
You think as you make up your roster, we were talking about getting these 4 high-level transfers and then having a lot of returning as well. 16 upperclassmen, 19 on the roster right now, I guess. What does that say about kind of the state of college basketball and what you have to do to be competitive?
Yeah, I think initially that experience is really helpful for me. Just to put in a brand, I don't have to spend as much time teaching. They're pretty knowledgeable, high basketball IQ. We want a good mix, right? We're going to go after freshmen. I think that's important to build your culture and build your program. The 26 and 27 classes are really, really important for us. So we're going to do that as time goes on. But when you can splash in that experience, I think that just helps you get a leg up a little quicker than normal.
Thank you.